I'm Kenneth, a relationship coach and a psychotherapist. Every relationship is different, and every breakup is different. Work with me, and you'll get professional help on your situation. Just click on the link in the description below, or go to my website, askcraig.net. Hi there, I'm Coach Kenneth, and in this video, I'm going to be talking to you about no contact success stories. Okay, so many of you guys that are going through a breakup are searching for answers, and in many different places you're going to hear about the term no contact. Now, a lot of people teach it a lot differently than I do, and the way that I teach no contact is to simply not reach out to somebody who has broken up with you. Okay? Some people will say you should ignore an ex. Ignore an ex if they contact you. Wait a certain number of days before you even reply to them. I don't believe any of that. Okay? I believe that if somebody ends your relationship and they walk away from you, that you should simply say, okay, if you have the opportunity, let them know, that's not what I want. If you change your mind, contact me. And you leave them alone after that. Now, so I consider that no reaching out. And it's been difficult to get that term to stick because there's so much garbage out there that is saying so many different things. But the best way to approach a situation like this is no reaching out. Okay? So, there's a lot of different reasons that I do teach this method, and I can tell you it is far more effective than anything else, okay? Because if somebody ends your relationship, it's really important that you respect yourself and you act like you have a high value. If you continue to chase somebody that's telling you they don't want you a part of your life, they're not going to respect you, and they're going to know, well, there's no real consequence for breaking up with you because they could get you back right away. It's not a healthy way to be. And you always want to be with somebody who wants you as in their life or a part of their life. And if somebody decides that you're not worth it or they can't make it work with you for whatever reason, I really believe you want to walk away from the situation and work on yourself. And that is the biggest area that I focus on with you guys, as you could see, is personal growth. And if you make the internal changes during the breakup and you really work hard on yourself, not looking for magic beans and magic solutions and all kinds of garbage that people promise you, those things don't work. And I think everybody really knows that they don't work, but at the time when you're going through it, you're in so much pain and you'll do anything to make it go away. But the stuff that I teach with Margaret is the real magic. The real magic and the stuff that truly works. You know, understanding mental health is absolutely critical to turning your life around. Understanding how to be a better partner, how to communicate better, how to stay more successful and driven and ambitious in your personal life, and how to find your purpose in what areas really make you want to work on yourself. And when you do all those things, you're going to have a success story regardless if you get that ex back or not and you move on and meet somebody else. And what is better than finding true success no matter what? Because maybe that ex isn't meant to come back into your life right now. Maybe it's meant to be 6 months from now or a year from now. Or maybe you're supposed to find somebody else better. I know there are a lot of different opportunities and doors that will open for you. And the harder you work on yourself, the more changes that you make, the more chances you're going to have for success with somebody that you dated previously or somebody that you absolutely get blown away by, because as you could tell, nobody teaches the stuff that I teach. Nobody gives the level of insight that Margaret and I do, because, to be honest, not even many clinicians truly understand all this stuff that we teach. And you'll hear it and you'll see it in the comments from the people in the YouTube videos saying, I've been to a therapist, I've been to 2 therapists, 3 therapists. Nobody understands what Craig and Margaret are teaching, and a lot of times you'll know more than a clinician does. Now, of course, a mental health therapist is a great thing for you to explore, depending upon what's going on in your life, but they don't understand breakups like we do. Okay, this is our passion. This has been my passion for many, many, many years. So I know for a fact that no contact, it is very effective. However, if that is the only strategy you use, it's not going to get you anywhere. Okay? Because that isn't going to fix the problems. That isn't going to change the dynamics of the relationship and the issues, whether they were conscious or unconscious, that you've been having all that time. So what you do with the period after you're not reaching out to your ex is far more important than anything else. Okay, so I've got 2 emails here. One is just a short one with a quick update, but the other is a guy that I did numerous Skypes with, and Margaret did one with him too. But let me just go ahead and read them because I think you guys are going to be excited to hear these. The first one says, Hi Craig, I wanted to send you a quick message. I'm super excited, but I am officially back with my ex. I owe you a success story and I'll promise to get that to you soon, but it just happened this week. For everyone watching, I was in a breakup last summer. I went on YouTube to find out how to get an ex back. After watching a bunch of, well, I'll leave out what they said. I found Craig's channel. I couldn't believe how much I learned about myself. I have seen every single video you put out at least one time. Really? I'm close to 500. That is incredible. You've seen every one of them at least one time? Wow. That's fantastic. Keep up the good work, and I bet your whole life is changing, right? I continue to watch every day. I will be getting the workbooks and still tell all my friends and family about you. You truly have changed my life, Amy. Well, thank you so much for sharing that, and I really want to see the full success story when you get a chance to do that, because when we're going through a breakup, it's really nice to see that there is a light at the end of the tunnel and that you guys truly can turn around situations that really look hopeless. And it happens all the time, okay? The second one is from someone that I've done numerous coachings with. I'll just go ahead and read it. He may say it in this email. He says, Hey, Coach, I want to begin by saying thank you for everything you've taught me and continue to teach me. When I came to you, Coach, I was a wreck. I was so lost. I was so broken. But you made me feel better and helped me turn my situation around. All I can say is thank you. Thank you, Coach Craig, from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much for sharing that. I know this guy very well. He's a really good guy. And it's so good to see this situation get turned around for him. He said, just a little under 6 months ago, my ex broke up with me. We dated for a little under 2 years. And we both had an amazing, fun time together. Traveling the country, making future plans with each other. Everything seemed great. Early December, one morning, she told me she had been feeling disconnected with me and gave me a bunch of reasons why she had been feeling the way she has. At the time, I didn't understand. All she wanted was to feel connected with me in that moment and to feel safe. 2 days later, I called her when I got off work and got the "we need to talk" speech. That is the worst 4 words I think you could ever hear in a row, right? We need to talk. She told me that the feeling of disconnection with me hasn't gone away and said, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't think I'm in love with you like I once was. It was the worst feeling of my life. I think we can all relate to that. After we broke up, my separation anxiety was through the roof. I couldn't eat, I couldn't sleep, I had diarrhea, and all I wanted was to connect with her again. In an attempt to re-attract her, I made all the classic mistakes. I went to friends and family for advice. They told me to send her flowers, to try and talk with her, even to write a handwritten letter and mailing it to her. Well, I'm sure you know none of that worked. 3 weeks after the breakup, she began connecting with me more, and we even went on a couple of dates. I acted needy, weak, clingy around her, and vomited my feelings to her. Soon thereafter, she says, "I don't want to hurt you. I wish I felt the same that you felt for me." Then she told me to move on. It was that night of the breakup over again. I started trying to find answers to my situation, and that's what was going on. I went online, did some research on coaches that can help me with my situation. I was watching another coach on YouTube about how to get an ex back. They were saying things like, write them a handwritten letter to re-attract them. I thought to myself, I tried that before, and it didn't work. Then I came across your YouTube channel, and I was immediately intrigued. My first impression after watching some of your videos on how to get an ex back was, this guy is the real deal. If there's someone that can help me, it's him. I watched your videos day in and day out, all day, all hours of the night, non-stop. I booked my first Skype session in early February. When we had our first session, I told you my situation and all the details. You knew how it instantly made me feel better. You told me that my situation wasn't as bad as it seemed and that I will have a success story. I don't know how you saw that, but I trusted you. I later found out she began dating soon after me, and she stopped connecting. I made working on myself a priority, and this guy has done an amazing job. So proud of this guy. Truly, truly amazing job. Worked on learning to be a master in relationships. Began going to the gym religiously and started learning how to dance bachata and salsa. I also purchased books on attachment and learned attachment theory in so much detail. I was really loving the person I was becoming. 5 weeks into no contact, she did the indirect direct approach on my birthday by reaching out to me via text and wishing me a happy birthday. From watching your videos, I knew it wasn't about the birthday. It was about her missing me and finding an excuse to contact me. I waited hours to respond. After a few messages, I set up a date for the following week. I immediately booked a Skype session, so you prepared me for that date. I remember that Skype. I remember all the things we talked about, too. We went to play mini golf on the date, and it was great. We both had fun, good laughs, and even got a kiss. She texted me the next day in the evening, and after a few messages, set up the next date to go out dancing. I was excited and looking forward to a fun time. One day before the date, she canceled with no reschedule. She said she was feeling sick and was not in the mood to go dancing. My anxiety went through the roof. I booked an emergency Skype session with you. You told me to bring my interest level down and that this is how she is feeling in that particular moment. I thought my situation was hopeless, and you reassured me that I will have a success story, just not in the time that I wanted it in. 1 month after she canceled the date, she reached out to me again with another direct approach by randomly asking me how my mom was doing. I knew it wasn't about my mom. It was about, I miss you and I'm looking for a reason to contact you. See, this guy had done such good work and we had such good Skypes together that he had taken notes. He knew exactly what was going on and he was ready. I replied hours later and she had verbal diarrhea and went on about how she had been. Paragraph, text messages, LOL. She hinted that she wanted to see me, but I remembered that anxiety she made me feel when she canceled, so I did the same. I told her I was busy and that I had to run. Keep in touch. See, he was frustrated because in his situation, they had a date, a definite date, and she canceled the day before and gave a lame reason, and I remember what that reason is. I won't tell you, but it was pretty funny and embarrassing. But it seemed fake to both of us. And so he was frustrated because she didn't even offer a reschedule when she canceled one day before. A few days later, I booked a Skype with Coach Margaret. And wow, everything she said was so true. I was mind blown on how much she knew and how she was able to see things that I didn't. Guys, I'm telling you, you don't understand. Margaret is like 5 steps ahead of everybody. She will finish the sentences. She knows what you're going to say. She already knows situations, and I'm still blown away by how she does it. Okay? I'm going to say, I eventually reached a point where I was okay without her. I knew I could attract someone better, so I continued working hard. Me and you did one more Skype session in April. You saw the changes I've been doing and saw how much I worked on myself. You were so proud of me. 2 weeks after that Skype, she called me late one night. She told me she misses me and she wants to see me. She also mentioned she's never stopped thinking about me and then set a date. What do Margaret and I teach? Your ex never stops thinking about you. Here you have it, okay? Teach you. Your ex never stops thinking about you, and she told it to him. She also mentioned she's never stopped thinking about me, and she set a date. We talked for hours and told me she is happy to hear my voice again. On the date, I felt like a new person, a confident man that has worked hard to be in the position I was in. We had a fun, romantic evening, a romantic dinner, danced bachata on the beach, and yes, we spent the night together. For a couple of weeks, she was trying so hard to earn me back. She also apologized for what she did in breaking up with me and told me I'm different in an amazing way. She brought up making things official again and says she never wants to leave my side ever again. Then she said, I love you. She said she wants to make changes in herself like she's seen me do in my life. All for the sake of this relationship. She definitely is vested in this. To everyone going through a breakup, I understand what you're going through. Coach Craig understands and he cares. Go to him and listen to what he says. He has cracked the code, LOL. Thank you, Coach Craig. You've changed my life. Well, I'm so excited. I'm so happy that he has shared the success story with you guys. And he did a really nice job explaining it. And as you could see, many of the things that I teach came up in this breakup. And many of the things that I predicted came true, just like I thought. And guys, I've done this, and I do this all the time. I see how these breakups play out. And I just know things because I've got the wisdom, I've got the experience, I've lived it. I have lived it. And living it and knowing what it's like to be in your situation is very different from somebody else that just says a bunch of nonsense, okay? I have lived this, I've done this before, I've made the mistakes before, and then I actually did the things that corrected how to get an X back and made all the right moves. But it was only through doing everything wrong first. So when I teach stuff, guys, it comes from a place of wisdom and experience, okay? And so I know how hard it is to go through your situation. I know how scary it is to go through your situation. Whether you ever do a coaching with me or not, you know, I hope that all of you guys find success and you are able to take the videos and change your life, okay? All much for sharing this success story. And when you have a success story, make sure you send it to me. You just go to my website, there's an email there, and just put success story in the title so I know, okay? I can't share all of them, but I obviously love to share them whenever I can. When you want to get my help personally, just go to my website, askcraig.net, sign up for the coaching option that works best for you. I do email coaching, I do Skype coaching, and if you got to get with me right away, I do offer emergency Skype coaching. Margaret is also available for Skype coaching. I highly recommend her as well. She's outstanding, guys. Click on Margaret on the top of the website to sign up for a Skype coaching with her. But that's it for this video. I'm Coach Craig Kenneth, and I will talk with you soon.
Hi, I'm Coach Margaret, a relationship coach and a psychotherapist with 35 years experience. Every relationship is different and every breakup is different. Work with me to get professional help on your situation. Go to askcraig.net to sign up for a personal coaching with me.